He's a comedian, a motivator, and one of the top youth speakers in all of North America. But what most people don't know is that in high school, he was considered an at-risk student himself. This was all before defying the odds and earning his master's degree. Today, he is pumped to be bringing his energy and passion to the county and stage, all the way from Texas. Let's give a big round of applause to David Edward Garcia.
Y'all have a good time so far? Me too. So listen, I got to the 8th grade, right? And in 8th grade, that's where they put me in a class for all the, they put me in a class where they put all the really intelligent students. It was called in-school suspension. And I remember in Texas, they used to paddle kids. I mean, I remember the principal, before he paddled me, he gave me a demotivational speech. And I'm not going to mention his name so I can protect the anonymity of the guilty. But before his speech, he said, Mr. Garcia, I was sitting in his office, like, Mr. Garcia, do you know why you're always saying jokes and you need to make everybody laugh? No. Do you know why you can't sit still and you can't behave? No. And he said, the reason is because you're not happy. No, I'm pretty happy. And he goes, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Hey, sorry. Wanna go? No, never mind, I can't say that joke. Okay. And then he said, keep it clean here. And then he said, do you want to know the reason why you're not happy? No. And he said, the reason you're not happy is because you don't live with your biological father. And I said, sir, my dad's not a scientist. I didn't know what that meant. And so, I was confused. And in 8th grade, you know, so much people are talking about bullying. Just a few months ago, I was in Edmonton. Giving a speech on National Bullying Day with a pink shirt and everything. And everyone's talking about bullying these days. I know all about bullying. When I was in 8th grade, there was a guy named Mike that was bullying me. And maybe you know Mike. Maybe you went to school with Mike. Mike is that guy that in grade 8, he already had a full mustache. He had been there several years. And his wife would drop him off every morning at school. And he would show up in that car, like with that ugly sound system where the whole car shakes. You know what I'm talking about? Because a nice sound system would sound like this, right? Thank you. But Mike's sound system, it sounded more like this. It made the whole car shake. It would sound like this. He'd pull up next to you, so you start shaking in your car. Getting like a massage. And Mike, he was that guy that he would pull up next to you and give you that thug look. What up, player? What are we playing? I don't like sports. What's going on? Right? And like, he even had like a bumper sticker on his car. It said, ride or die. That's intense. I was like, we need like another option. Like, ride or die. Or take the bus. So one day, Mike came walking to me with that fight walk. You know what I'm talking about? Like this. And I saw him coming and I said, and he got up right in my face, and he goes, hey, David, I heard you're talking about my mother. I was like, what language are you speaking? And he goes, shut up! He just hit me, and I said, did I just get hit? What's going on? I'm like, Mike, we can talk about this. I'm gordo. I say jokes. Shut up! And I remember he hit me twice, and I said, man, he's good. He could go to the Olympics. If he graduates. And so, this is what I was going through. And when I was 16 years old, my mother had a heart-to-heart with me. And she was talking to me, and she said, son, I want you to make me a promise. Like, I know you're getting into problems in school. I know, you have trouble, and you're not the best student. But I want you to promise me that no matter what happens, you're going to go to university. And she said, I never got to go to university because I married young. And I don't regret it, because I raised 2 beautiful children. I said, no, Mom, you just raised one because my sister's ugly. My mom looked back and she said, I thought the same thing. So there I was, I made it to be in grade 12 in high school, and we were my grade 12 English class right before graduation. And my teacher said, I want you all to do a journal assignment. Tell me what you're going to do with your future. If you're going to go to college or work. She said, tell me your dreams. Tell me your fears. I'm not going to judge anybody. That was a very empowering thing for me, because as I was growing up, they always told me, you can't laugh, you can't joke, you can't do this. I don't feel too good. Why don't you feel good? We're making you happy. And so to be told, going into adulthood by another adult, saying you can feel however you want, it's okay. It felt very empowering. So I had the courage and the audacity to write on that journal assignment. I said, I have a desire to go on to college, but I'm afraid I don't have what it takes to make it. That teacher promised she wasn't going to judge anybody in the class. She fulfilled 97% of that promise. In front of the whole class, she said, Mr. Garcia, you are going to have a hard time in college. And I thought, are you going to go too? And so this is what I went through. And right after high school, I took a trip. We took a school trip and we went to Europe. And I remember I heard French for the first time, and I fell in love with the language, with the culture, with the food, with the ladies, and it was unbelievable. And I remember I said, man, this is what I want to do. This is my calling. Count me in. I was a teenager. I said, I'm going to learn languages. I'm going to go around the world, and I'm going to talk to kids who are going through the same problems that I'm going through, but I'm going to make them laugh when I do it. And I remember I told them, I said, I'm going to come back one day and speak French. And they looked at me and they said, no, Mr. Garcia. American people, you are so close-minded. Maybe people in England, because it is our neighbor. Maybe people in Canada, because it's second official language. But American people, you cannot learn French. They said, David, if you speak 3 languages, you're trilingual. If you speak 2 languages, what are you? I said, bilingual. And if you speak 1 language, what are you? I said, monolingual. No, you're American. No. They told me. So I went back to my neighborhood, and I told, my neighborhood was 99% Hispanic. I never met the other 1%. So I told all the dudes, I said, hey guys, I'm going to learn languages. I'm going to travel around the world. This is my future. This is my calling. And they all looked at me. And when I told them that, they said, now for those of y'all that are not fluent in Mexican, means dream on. You're a beautiful girl. Really? I am so proud to be your dad. Really? And so here I was, entering into adulthood. I wanted them to count me in. I wanted somebody to tell me what they're telling you, saying, we believe in you. You can do things. If there's not a niche for you, you can create one. I wanted somebody to tell me that. I wanted a Count Me In conference in Laredo, Texas, but there wasn't. So here I was as a teenager entering into adulthood, and I was facing 2 diametrically opposed forces. On the one hand, if we don't like you, we make fun of you. We call you fat. We hit you. We tell you that you're nothing. But on the other hand, there was something on the inside of me that says there's more. Just like my dear friend Mark Black that said, these staples, this circumstance doesn't have to be the final outcome. Yes, right now I'm going through challenges, but inside of me, you might just see a 6-foot tall bag of flesh, but inside of me, there is limitless possibilities. Inside of you, there could be the cure for AIDS. Inside of you could be the cure for cancer. Inside of you could be the next doctor or lawyer. Who knows what's inside of you? And that's why we're here saying, count me in, baby. But eventually, you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and man up or woman up and say, you know what? I'm going to go for this. And life is like a boxing match. If you ever watch boxing, the fighters get in there and they're fighting. And they're taking a beating. They're getting punched. They're bloody and they're tired. And they want to collapse and pass out. And that's only the first round. So they go back to the corner and the coach is there, massaging them, giving water, saying, go back in there and fight. And the boxer says, Coach, you go back in there and fight. And the coach says, you have another round. And the boxer says, but Coach, I see 3 of them. Hit the one in the middle. Okay, bing. Round 2, round 4. And they're going around, round after round. As the match goes on, the boxers get tired and they have an option. They have a white towel that they can throw in. And what it means when they throw in the towel, it means I give up. And the reason we're here, see, sometimes some of us want to give up. But we're here to take that towel and look at every one of you. I wish I had time to sit with every single one of you. I'd look at you eye to eye and face to face. And I tell you that you're special. I tell you that you're valuable. I tell you that there's no limits to what you can do. We're having this conference to get that towel and say, you've got another round left inside of you. You have not finished. You're only getting started. Get back in there and give it all you got. Life is like a boxing match. You see, that teacher told me I was going to have a hard time in college. She was absolutely right. But difficult doesn't mean impossible. I was able to go on and finish with a Bachelor of Arts degree from the university. I said, if I can do this, I can get a master's. I completed a 96-hour master's degree. And ever since then, the doors open. They're flying me around the world. Just a few years ago, not about 2 years ago already, I was in a venue in Switzerland like this one. And there was over 2,000 students, and they wanted me to do 3 out of 4 keynotes, all in French. And I took that microphone, and I looked at all of those adults, young adults and students, and I said, si tu parles 3 langues, t'es trilingue. If you speak 3 languages, you're trilingual. If you speak 2 languages, you're bilingual. But if you speak 5 languages, you're David Edward Garcia. Thank you. See, when you're motivated, thank you, you can turn your negative into a plus. Whatever's your weakness right now, you can make it your strength. And I'm not here to tell you, like speakers told me when I was a kid, if I made it, then you can make it. No, I'm here to tell you that together, all of us are going to make it. All of us are going to be successful. We're going to all change the world. We're going to all make a difference. Count me in on it, baby. From the bottom of my heart, I love you. You're amazing. I'm from Laredo, Texas.